You don't have to disrespect others and insult them just to hold your own ground. If you do, it's an indicator you're probably standing on shaky ground. Your position's probably, you're not very grounded in what you're standing up for. Today's word vitamin is all about disrespect, and it's a tricky one because it's easy to not disrespect anybody if everybody's respecting you. However, we develop real emotional muscle when we are treated with disrespect and we don't react and go into fight or flight. So when we're reactive, we go into fight, we disrespect them back and we shame them. We sort of try and trump them. Or if we go into flight, we disrespect ourselves. We don't let them know they've crossed a line and we enable disrespectful behaviour. And so I really do believe that saying is true. We teach people how to treat us. So if there's anybody in your midst that's treating you with disrespect and you're not doing anything about it, you're enabling them. And if you're treating yourself with disrespect, and God knows I did for the first 3 decades of my life, if you've never listened to any of my YouTube stuff before, I'm a recovering drug addict alcoholic. I'm 54 this year. I've been clean and sober since October 12th, 1995. Now, I treated myself with a lot of disrespect, a lot of contempt. I just didn't like who I was at all. And some days still, you know, I'm not crazy about who I am, but I'm respectful of who I am, even though I'm flawed and I'm a work in progress. However, when we're in full flight disrespect for ourselves, if we don't think we're worth respecting, we actually won't defend ourselves. We'll actually think we deserve disrespectful behaviour. So first things first, if there's disrespect in your orbit, in any of your relationships, it's highly likely it's a byproduct of your enabling it to happen. You know, when I hear mothers allowing their sons to speak disrespectfully to them, you know, I say to them, you know, you're teaching your sons what a woman will and won't tolerate. And the same thing with fathers and daughters, you know, and same sex, you know, mothers and daughters, fathers and sons. In our adolescence, between 15 and 25, generally speaking, adolescents will only pay attention to people that they respect, that have credibility. So we're not going to be respected if we don't have any credibility. And if we don't practice what we preach, an adolescent will call you on your hypocrisy quick smart. So if we want more respect in our lives, we've got to treat ourselves with more respect. And again, when in adult life, every now and then, people come out of left field, disrespect comes out of left field. We might have all our ducks in a row and have a good relationship with our kids, a good relationship with our friends, a good relationship with our lover. But out of the blue, somebody in the workplace or someone from the past comes into our orbit and just tries to shit in our front lawn, that just says or does something that's really disrespectful. Now that's when the rubber hits the road. That's what separates the girls from the women, the princesses from the queens, the boys from the men, the roosters, the bullies from the gentlemen. When somebody treats you with just disrespect, and I give you an example, if you get a chance to read this word vitamin, when on a recent event I had a few years back where somebody posted a disrespectful rant on Facebook. And rather than reacting and going into, and I must admit, you know, I did feel the punch to the heart. I was able to respond and not shame her and not shame me. So that's the big workout for us all. When we're treated with disrespect, can we calmly assert ourselves with the grace of an adult, not the grief of a child or an adolescent? You know, can we not take a blow below the belt, but act with integrity and honour ourselves, and also too the difference of opinion. And when we have calmly asserted ourselves and spoken up for ourselves, if the other party doesn't choose to honour or take a mature approach, there comes a time when sometimes the most loving thing we can do is just walk away. So food for thought there. I hope some of that's useful. Lots of love. See ya.